What were the human rights concerns in Cuba after the revolution? What were the human rights concerns in Cuba after the revolution? This question takes us to a critical moment in history. After the Cuban Revolution, many human rights issues arose, especially regarding civil and political freedoms. The government, led by Fidel Castro, created a system that limited freedom of expression, assembly, and political dissent. This repression became part of the law and was enforced by security forces and state-controlled organizations. One major concern was arbitrary detention and imprisonment. Thousands of Cubans were held without proper legal procedures. Many faced harsh conditions in prisons. Political prisoners, including journalists and activists, often endured long sentences, torture, and a lack of medical care. A notable example occurred during the 2003 event known as the Black Spring, when 75 journalists were arrested and subjected to show trials. This highlighted the targeting of independent voices in Cuba. The suppression of dissent was another serious issue. The government punished any form of criticism or opposition. Tactics like surveillance, intimidation, and public acts of repudiation were common. Peaceful protests were often met with arrests and violence. In 2021, large demonstrations led to the detention of over 1,500 people, with some facing severe prison terms. Freedom of expression and culture also faced strict limitations. Laws such as Decree 349 required artists, musicians, and writers to get government approval for public or private performances. This effectively censored cultural expression and led to the cancellation of events and suppression of artistic work deemed unfavorable by the state. The lack of judicial independence was alarming as well. Trials for political prisoners often lacked fairness. In some cases, military courts were used, which went against international legal standards. Defendants frequently did not have access to independent legal counsel and were convicted on vague charges like public disorder or sedition. A climate of fear and intimidation permeated society. The constant surveillance and harassment made many Cubans feel pressured to show loyalty to the government. This atmosphere limited open political participation and debate. From a Latin cultural perspective, these human rights issues connect deeply with the broader historical and political context of the region. Struggles for sovereignty, social justice, and identity often clash with authoritarian governance. While the Cuban Revolution brought advances in education and healthcare, these achievements came at the cost of political freedoms and human rights. This complex legacy continues to shape Cuban society and its relations with the United States and the broader Latin American community.